Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the invitation and for having me today. As Coyote said, I'm from the Ministry of ICT and Innovation. I recently joined the ministry a month ago. A month ago. So, for my remarks today, first I would like to thank Africa Blockchain Institute for organizing this hackathon. It is a really great initiative, and I think we are seeing a great momentum in developing talent and skills across the continent in emerging technologies. And blockchain being one of them is very critical that we have talent on our side, as Dr. Jen earlier was alluding to it. We need to create our own solutions here on the continent, and there's no way we can do that if we don't have the right skills and the right people behind building these solutions. So I believe this is a very great opportunity for everyone, and I'll also like to thank everyone every participant who's going to spend the next 3 months developing interesting projects and solutions going forward. So I think the first two speakers have really touched upon the different solutions and innovations around blockchain, the current emerging solutions that we are seeing, and Dr. Jen really gave a broad landscape about what are the different solutions and which sectors are they being addressed. And it's true, because every time people mention blockchain, most of the time the first idea is to think about cryptocurrencies. But if you look at the larger aspect of blockchain, there's so many applications that are very important, especially for a continent like ours that is moving towards a digital economies, and we're trying to really be at the forefront of the fourth industrial revolution, as Ahmad was also mentioning. So one of the things that personally have interested me in terms of blockchain, and where I see interesting opportunities for all of you who are now very interested. So one of the building blocks of blockchain is to build trust in the system. So Ahmad was touching on this, and I think with more than 1 billion Africans, most of us, and the majority of Africans are the largest portion of the global population that are today unconnected, that are going on the internet. As governments, we are trying to become to enable e-government, start providing services digitally, etc. Now within this pandemic, we're trying to work remotely. We were forced to work remotely, so we are fundamentally changing how we live on a daily basis and how we interact with the digital world. So I think it's very important to think about how do we build trust in as more people and as more people join, become digital, as more citizens become connected. How do we build trust? And I think blockchain is one of those aspects that is going to allow us to do that. I think one of the most interesting applications of blockchain is in healthcare. If you look at medical records, how do you ensure that everywhere you go, every person has their medical records and they're protected, and you know who has access to them, etc. Dr. Jen was mentioning about land registration. I think land is one of those things that are those economic assets of the country that are very sensitive anywhere. And I think as we go along, we'll see most countries move to digital land registration, transfer of land, and blockchain is going to play a very big role in terms of how do we ensure that this process is protected and secure going forward. And also, Armand, I think Armand was also mentioning about the free trade agreement, which we entered in this January. I think having a market that is of 1 billion people is a very important and very it's a very good aspect that as Africans we have to take advantage of. So a few years ago, I believe 2 years ago, IBM with the logistics company Maersk started testing blockchain into their logistics systems. They were helping Kenyan horticulture farmers to support them in terms of export. How do you ensure that there's this you know where from the farmer you can know who is in that whole supply chain, and I think they've tested it. Maersk wants to deploy it very widely, but what if internally within Africa itself we can think about how do we incorporate blockchain in our logistics system? So if I'm exporting something from Rwanda to Togo to Nigeria, and it's going by any means of logistics, there's a way to track all that and ensure that there's trust. You can know where it originated from, up until whoever was producing that particular product. That is very important to build trust across the continent. I think those are some of the exciting markets and sectors that we'll see developing very quickly. So just not to repeat what everyone else has said, I'm very excited about this part because we are developing the skills, and if we don't have one of the things that I always say is no one else can build solutions for you, because most of the time they do not inherently understand how the problem looks like. So as Africans, I believe you guys are at the forefront of looking and seeing these and recognizing these problems, and through this you can be able to come up with solutions that are impactful, that could be able to be deployed continent-wide, and hopefully after these 3 months we can see companies and startups that are really going to revolutionize how we think about blockchain and blockchain solutions on the continent. So I look forward to see the finalists in Kigali at some point during this year. Hopefully the pandemic would allow us would have gone down a bit to allow us to meet. But other than that, I'm extremely excited, and I'll keep following up on the progress that everyone is doing and seeing how you emerge through this. So thank you again to ABI for inviting me, and I also look forward to continuing the partnership and collaboration that they've already started with the government of Rwanda. So thank you again.